is Vlogmas day 3. We are getting a little bit of a late start today. I have a headache / migraine forming. I think I'm gonna eat some food here in a little bit and hopefully that will help and get very good sleep. And I feel like I'm getting sick, or my throat is just angry about the aircon being on while I was sleeping. But it is Vlogmas day 3. We are up and we're getting the day started. But we do have our advent open. Apologies for all the random jump cuts as I take sips of water. As I said, my throat is not very happy today. But we do have advent day number 3. It is the Cozy Cloud Yarn advent calendar by Pages Crochet. Advent day 3 to open. So we have what feels like yarn. This is, ooh, it's purple. Damn it, I keep yanking on it. And ooh, it's from the wholesale pack. Ooh. Okay. Cozy Cloud wholesale yarn, 5mm thick, approximately 60 meters in length, tied on with a little tag. That's really cool. That is really cool. I have no idea what I'm going to use that for. I think it matches the thickness to some of the other yarn that I have from Pages Crochet. I will have to go through my stash and see. I may make like a colourful dragon or something like that, but that is very, very cool. That was day 3 of Advent. So I'm kind of just, even though I just cleared my desk yesterday and showed it to you, I'm piling all the yarn and the stuff from the Advent over there. What I may end up doing, because I kind of want to use the project bag that it came with, is grab one of my tubs and dump all of the stuff into that, and then I can use the bag and then I can put the yarn back in the tub. Maybe we'll do that at some point later today. I'm gonna go sit on the couch in the lounge and work on this just as something that's easy to work through. I may just grab the other colors that I still need to make one with to add to the photos. Sorry, losing my train of thought. To add photos of all of the octopuses in the main rainbow colors. So I may just work on those today instead of working on the crochet penises, and do those later, because the octopuses don't need as much, octopi, they don't need as much sewing, and that is a bit easier when I don't feel great. Today's Vlogmas is probably also going to be a bit shorter just because I don't currently feel all that great, so I'm going to take a very easy, restful day. I do have some other stuff that I need to work on, so I will take you guys along for that. It is much later in the evening. Yeah, what time is it? Just after 9 o'clock. I haven't really filmed much today because I haven't really done much today. I finished my book though, the one that we started yesterday, so that was good. If you like romance books and are into cowboy themed romance books, it's called Winter Wishlist from memory. Highly recommend checking it out. But I did finish at least making the little purple octopus that we were working on. So that is our finished make for today. I'm going to try and sit and crochet a little bit more. I'm currently working on a wholesale order of my stitch markers. So I've got my tub of stitch markers that I'm going to sit and put on cards before I ship those out. But yeah, other than that, I'm just chilling. I'm going to sit and watch something, probably decide what book to read tomorrow, and then go from there. I've just come to the office for a bit to do some drilling, technically. Where's my thing? No, that's not it. This one. So, I drill the holes in these to make it easier to then thread the yarn in for stitch markers. So I've come to do that, and I realised that we didn't do an affirmation card today. So, we're going to pull one anyway, just because I'm still going to be up for a little while. So, let us see what we have. So it says, we get one shot at this life, it's up to you to make it memorable. With a really cool cat illustration. And some leaves. It is very cool. It is very true. Also, I don't know if that's mirrored. Apologies if it is. But yeah, I'm just getting ready to sit and do that. I'm going to get everything that I need set up and get that done, and then thread a bunch of yarn through that, so I will probably time lapse some of that when I'm back in the lounge. Just finished cutting all of these up, so I have them all here, and then I just need to put them in these holographic bags for the store that they're going to, because I'm packaging them for them so that they can hang them up as soon as they get to them. So yeah, that is what I'm spending the rest of my night doing. Sorry about the lack of content today. I've just gotten everything bagged up. I'm just putting them into a bag so that I can sit here and keep crocheting and edit Vlogmas Day 2, because today's just been one of those days where I got very little done and haven't edited or done anything that I needed to do. All I really did today was read and a little bit of crochet. But I'm not really sleepy yet, so I'm going to keep working on stuff and then go from there. So that is where we are up to. Charlie's just had her dinner and now she's sniffing my feet. But yeah, I'm just gonna sit and put all of the things that I have packaged in a brown paper bag that I have at my feet here, so that I can put them in a box in the morning and then go from there. I will be back when I'm done with this. Alright, I am just sitting here and crocheting while I edit, so I'm gonna finish editing Vlogmas Part 2 and get that up, and then probably chill for a bit more. Again, apologies that today's vlog is quite short. It's been a day. I think I'm still recovering from how bloody hot it was yesterday and not sleeping very well. And also not sleeping well last night, and also probably not sleeping well tonight. It's just been a rough few days. It is what it is. I didn't get to any whips, but I did do a bunch of stuff on my whip yesterday, so I don't feel bad. And again, it is a goal, not a have to. It'll happen when it happens. If it doesn't, then that's fine too. What else? We half set up the Christmas tree today. We're just using a small one. I'll show it to you when it's all finished. And yeah, I finished reading my book. 265 pages. Started last night. Yeah, Vlogmas Day 2. Finished it in Day 3. Need to pick a new book to read tomorrow. Don't know what I'm going to read, but I'll pick something. And then go from there. What else? I don't think there's anything else. We had pasta for dinner that I showed you a very short clip of, I think, at some point. And then I've just been sitting and working on getting that wholesale order for stitch markers out the door. So that will be in the post tomorrow. And then tomorrow is a new day for us to get things done. I had a look at all the footage. Yeah, Day 2 Vlogmas was quite long. Today's going to be quite short. Apologies. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I needed to let you know. I don't think so. I've got the yellow and then the blue to make the octopuses with, and then I can go and make penises in all of those colours and then put them up for pre-order on the event website in a couple of weeks when I get around to that. because then I can take photos and all the rest of it. I'm also planning to do either a scrapbook or a photo album or something of all the different things that I have made, even if I don't have it with me, of the things that I am willing to make again. And then take like color swatches and things for some of the yarns. And then so that I can take custom orders. I also need to figure out how to do payments. I'm thinking about using Square, using the little dongle thing that they've got, either that or the terminal. I'm not sure. I need to look into them both and see which is going to work better for me for the event, and which price is going to be easier for me to deal with, and what's going to be easier to manage in terms of being able to put everything in to take payments. We still have a few months to iron out all of that. If you have any recommendations, do let me know, or any suggestions for payments if you are Australian based. I would love to hear it. But yeah, other than that, not really much. I'm going to go back to editing and chat to you guys before the night is done. It is a bit later. Vlogmas Day 2 is uploading and up and ready, hopefully. I have finished making the yellow octopus. I still need to sew in the ends, but I don't necessarily want to be dealing with cleaning all the fluff out of that pencil case. And I forgot to bring the bag with me, so I'm starting the next one, and then I will sew them all in tonight or tomorrow morning. I have a little plastic Ziploc bag that I think I showed in yesterday's vlog that I've been putting all of the ends in, so I'm most likely gonna sew all the ends in the morning, but I am still counting them as finished because they are basically finished. But yeah, I'm not sleepy just yet, so I'm gonna finish watching the episode of my show and then go to bed, because otherwise I'm just going to end up scrolling on my phone for ages, and I would like to try and at least get to sleep at a reasonable hour tonight. We shall see. But yeah, that's my little update. I will most likely talk to you before I go to bed. It's a bit later in the evening. I'm getting ready to go to bed, but I did finish making the blue octopus, so I just have the ends on all three of those to sew in, which I will be doing in the morning in the office where my little bag for the scraps is, so that I don't have to deal with the ends and cleaning out that bag from some of the fluff. But that is the end of Vlogmas Day 3. Apologies for the semi-shorter vlog. Today's just been one of those days where I didn't get much done in terms of stuff to film, but I did read a whole bunch, so that was also fun. But I'm headed off to bed, so thanks so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Goodbye!